Welcome to U.S. Citizenship 101. What should every citizen know about the principles of American democracy? Let's get into it. If you want to know about American democracy, you should probably start with a look at our two most foundational documents, the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. Back in the 1700s, America wasn't a country yet, but rather 13 colonies ruled by Great Britain. The British government taxed the colonists, suppressed anti-British newspapers, and even forced the colonists to provide housing for British soldiers, all without the colonists' consent. For freedom-loving people like the early Americans, this couldn't go on. The colonists soon decided to take matters into their own hands, and in 1775, the Revolutionary War began, pitting the American colonies against the great and global British Empire. In the midst of this conflict, fearing for their lives, yet fighting for freedom, representatives from the 13 colonies came together in Philadelphia. This was called the Second Continental Congress. And on July 4th, 1776, they unanimously adopted the Declaration of Independence. What did the Declaration of Independence do? Yep, that's a question on the U.S. citizenship test. In the Declaration, these representatives announced or declared to Great Britain that the American colonies didn't want to be part of their empire anymore, that they were free from British control, free to establish their own nation. What these early Americans wanted was a desire to pursue what they believed, and we still believe, are our natural rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You need to know at least two of those if you want to pass the citizenship test. By winning the Revolutionary War and signing the Treaty of Paris in 1783, the colonies secured their status as the independent United States. But then came the hard work of determining how this new country should be run. The founders of the United States went to work, writing the rules for our system of government. This was no easy feat. Despite differences and divisions, these founders came together to draft the Constitution in 1787, the longest lasting and perhaps single greatest governing document ever created. As a governing document, the Constitution establishes or constitutes the supreme law and legal authority of the United States. Across its 7 articles or sections, the Constitution sets up and defines our government and protects our basic rights. What type of government did the Constitution establish? A representative democracy, also known as a republic, a system of government in which the people themselves ultimately have power, not a king or a group of rulers. That's why the Constitution begins with these 3 words, "We the people." But the Constitution story doesn't end there. Over time, the Constitution has been changed. These changes or additions are called amendments, and there are 27 of them to be exact. It could be argued the most essential amendments to the U.S. Constitution are the first 10, known together as the Bill of Rights. These 10 amendments, approved in 1791, reflect the very core of who we are as Americans and the essential freedoms the U.S. stands for. The very first amendment is among the most important. It covers a lot of ground, ensuring freedoms in regards to everything from speech and religion to the press, assembly, who we can associate with, and petition, our freedom to challenge the government in a peaceful manner. Now, while aspiring Americans should be able to name at least one of those rights to pass the citizenship test, any informed citizen should also have a basic understanding of what each freedom or right means. Take freedom of religion, for example. By declaring your right to religion, the First Amendment says that you are free to practice any religion you want, or not to follow religion at all. This concept, which might sound obvious to us today, was groundbreaking for its time, as was the concept of the rule of law, an idea the founders baked into the very heart of the American government. For the first time in human history, a nation's governing document declared that the rights and rules of the nation would apply to everyone equally, citizens, elected officials, and even the government itself. In America, no one is above the law. And for that, we have the Constitution to thank. Pretty important for a citizen to know that, wouldn't you say? So, what did we learn in test prep today about the principles of American democracy? The Declaration of Independence declared our freedom and affirmed our natural rights. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land and the very foundation of our government. The founders created America as a representative democracy, beginning the Constitution with the words, "We the people." The Constitution can be changed through amendments, and there are 27 in total, including the first 10, known as the Bill of Rights. The very first amendment protects freedoms like speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition. Freedom of religion means you can follow any faith or none at all. The rule of law ensures that everyone, including the government, must follow the law. These are principles that define and protect America. Hey, you made it! Whether you're studying for the citizenship test or simply brushing up on what it means to be an American, you're now that much more informed on the things every U.S. citizen should know. I'm Selina Lewis for PragerU. Can you pass the U.S. citizenship test? Find out now at PragerU.com.